And welcome back to Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring the bell for notifications so the next time I premiere a video you can be in the live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section, tell me what you think.
First of all, may I see some identification, please? Government issued photo ID, please.
Yeah, that's a warrant card, sir, as you can see.
Leon Bennett, Constable, what's your number, please?
94. It's on the
94.
On the bottom there. Also a Bedfordshire warrant card as well. There's two of them.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is for you.
Before you do that...
I'm sorry. Before we get into this is for you.
Could you listen to what I'm saying, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we stopped you, you're driving a motor vehicle on a road. Okay, stop there. Just let me finish. Could you produce to me your licence, please? Your driving licence, MOT, and certificate of insurance, please.
Before? This is for you.
I'll ask you a question.
And I know, before you ask the question, I've asked you,
you
this is for
mine,
you.
Please?
This is for you.
Could you answer my
I
question?
shall, as soon as you have a look at this.
Could you answer my question?
As soon as you have a look at this.
It's your duty to produce to me your licence.
I'm afraid it's not. After you look at this, you'll see why.
Could you produce me your licence?
You'll see why, sir.
I'd like your licence, please.
Sir, you will see why.
What are you producing to me then?
This is documentation.
Do you have any
You've been
identification?
served.
Do you have any identification on you at all?
I don't have any identification.
Nothing at all.
Not at all. You've been served. You've been served.
Say what?
Sorry, is it your vehicle, sir?
Yes, it's not a vehicle, and this is my property.
Sir, could you just put down the window a little bit because I can't hear what you're saying?
This is my property, sir.
Could you just put it down a little bit?
No, not at all. This is my property. This is my private property.
Yeah, that's fine. I appreciate that.
Okay, so no trespassing.
It's been very lucky for me.
Trespassing?
On private property.
All right.
You've seen notice.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just pop in the car and read this. Give us a second,
Okay,
all right?
of course.
Later.
Hey Paul, it's Dave.
Who? Dave?
It's Dave. There may be some delay because I've just been stopped by the cops.
Dave?
Yes, they are. So I'll try and fill you in later on, and hopefully I'll be there. But this might get messy because the guy's pretty belligerent.
Dave's not here.
All right. Bye. Unfortunately, I'm not a driver of a motor vehicle.
What's this then?
This is my private automobile.
Which is a motor vehicle?
If you no, actually, it isn't by definition. If there's a notice up here for you as well.
Well, Mercedes make motor vehicles. This would be classified as a motor vehicle. It's a mechanically propelled vehicle, isn't it?
It's a mechanically propelled vehicle, adapted or intended for use on the road. That's the definition of.
Sorry, you would also know that the Road Traffic Act covers them as well.
Excuse me. That is the definition of a motor vehicle, okay?
A mechanically propelled vehicle, yeah.
Indeed, okay. The definition of a vehicle, which is in the two words there, isn't defined in the Road Traffic Act.
What a mechanically propelled vehicle is, though, isn't it?
Excuse me. Motor vehicle, two words, okay?
Yeah, and mechanically propelled vehicle also covered by.
Can you let me finish? I'll let you finish.
Yeah,
okay. A vehicle is defined as a commercial device for transporting passengers or goods. Okay? Legally defined.
Yeah, the look on that officer's face says it all, pretty much. He's not buying into this BS either.
I have contacted the DVLA, the Secretary of State for Transport, the Attorney General, the Chief Police Officer of the Association of Chief Police Officers.
Only for the Metropolitan, wasn't it?
No. Oh, that's Metropolitan. I've also since contacted the Chief Police Officer, Sir Hugh Ord, of the Association of Chief Police Officers. So, essentially, that information.
obviously, I can see...
I've received agreements from all of them.
All right, no problem. Obviously, we don't come across this sort of thing every day.
I know,
right?
I do understand.
Yeah, so appreciate from where I'm coming from.
Certainly.
What is it you've actually given me here?
This is notification which has been sent to all the relevant departments.
You've got a list in there, yeah?
Yeah. That I am exercising my right to travel.
Yeah.
Upon the public roads.
Okay.
Okay. This is a right that hasn't been taken away from us. Okay.
Yeah.
We only agree to waive it.
When you say we, what do you mean? As
everybody.
Everybody, right? Okay. Yeah.
We've agreed to waive that right.
Yeah.
By getting a driving license.
Okay.
Yeah. And accepting the title of driver.
Yeah.
Which is a commercial activity.
Yeah.
I'm not acting in commerce unless you've got proof.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm honestly not saying you are.
Unless you, and I've got nothing against you.
I know you haven't. I know you haven't.
As a police officer doing your job.
I can see you've obviously got something that you've put across here. Obviously, yes. I don't know what that is. That's why I'm just trying to find out.
I do understand. I'm not trying to be difficult.
I know you're not.
And the thing is that until...
Have you really stopped before with it?
I have been stopped. I haven't, not since I deregistered the car.
So I'm lucky enough to the first one to
go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
I've informed everybody of what I intended to do, asking for objections.
Yeah.
Not received a single one.
Yeah.
Not a single one. I've let the DVLA know what my new insignia is.
Yeah.
They've been informed. Okay.
So is that one you just sort of put on it, or?
This is my insignia.
Okay.
This is now a privately owned motor vehicle.
It is incompetent, irrelevant, and immaterial. Or something.
Right. Well, not a motor vehicle. A conveyance. There's a lack of terminology in the English language for this, but this is a privately owned automobile. Okay? All these are publicly owned motor vehicles. There is a difference.
Yes,
I'm not a driver. I'm travelling.
Oh, I'm a traveling man.
Okay. And in order to travel, I do not need documentation. I've rescinded my driving licence.
So where do you get your sort of? Because obviously we're deeming this as a car.
I know you do, and I'm not having a go at you. You, as police officer, you're not taught this because police constables, which is what you actually are there only to preserve the peace and protect the citizens. But in your role as a police officer, you're little more than tax collectors. I'm not having a go.
Paid, I don't mind.
Yeah, I understand.
Right, right, well, let's we're going to find out where we stand and go from there. Do you have any ID to prove that's you?
I don't need some. This is me.
Right. Okay.
I don't need any, and I do have to draw your attention to this notice. This notice here.
All right. Okay. On for my own car, I think.
On the side, you can. This is, you can.
I don't think my governor will tell me.
Well, you know what? It's just exerting your rights in the same way as these other companies do to you.
We're just going to have a quick look at that. We'll try and be as quick as we can, all right?
Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Another police car has arrived. And he's trying to sort of hem me in as if I'm going to escape. So it looks like a more senior police officer arrived.
Later, in the void.
Go on, sir. You ready?
Yep, sure.
Okay, we've had a check of that.
Mm-hmm.
From what we're being told, we have to adhere to the Road Traffic Act and whatnot. So just let me finish.
Okay.
I appreciate you've got what you've got to say, all right? So give me a second. I have to point out the offences that we suspect at the minute. There's no insurance shown as being held. Failing to exhibit the registration mark for the vehicle, which is originally, I think, it was 04 plate. Obviously no tax. Okay, and there's no MOTs, it's shown as expired. All right. I appreciate. Let me just finish what I've got to say, because I appreciate you're going to have a reply to it. I have to caution you. Okay, time now is 4:06. Just let me finish.
Are you arresting me then?
No, I'm not arresting. I'm not arresting you.
Okay.
I'll explain after where I'm going. All right.
Okay.
Say anything that may harm your defence if you don't want to remain questioned something later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Okay, you're not under arrest. All right, just so you're aware of that. The reason I reported you is because they're traffic offences. Okay, but you're not under arrest at this time.
I had the right to remain silent, but I didn't have the ability.
Good. Do you want to reply to that?
What traffic offences?
The ones I went through. So no insurance.
Which apply to motor vehicles and drivers.
Yeah.
Which I have strenuously explained to
Obviously,
you.
we have to go by the law of the land.
Which is not the law of the land.
As a driver.
Which is not the law of the land.
Okay. I appreciate what you're saying, but I have to go by the Road Traffic Act at this time. All right. Are you prepared to give me any identification of your driving licence?
I don't. As I told you, I rescinded my driving licence and no longer have one.
Okay.
I do not have any identification.
You sent your driving licence back?
I sent it back with a notice to rescission to rescind it.
Take it back! Take it back!
It terminates the contract that goes along with it.
Okay. Obviously, due to the offences, I require your name and address. You prepared to give that to me?
I do not have a name.
You don't have a name?
I do not have a name.
Dave's not here!
Okay. How long have you owned the car for?
I purchased this automobile 2 years ago.
Okay. Was it originally, when it was under the 04 plate, was it in your name? Because obviously the owner, the previous owner, you would have had to fill in the logbook.
Indeed. I filled that in with the words "without prejudice," which does not bind me.
Good.
I filled that document in with the words "without prejudice," which doesn't bind me to that document because it has unrevealed clauses in it.
Okay then. So, but you did put it in your, as in you put your name on there, but you didn't. You put in there without prejudice.
Indeed.
Okay. All right. Give us a second. So, what name did you put on the logbook?
Well, since you've been able to determine the original registration of this one,
there's nothing secret about it. All it will be is we can look at the chassis number and we can determine the original registration. And obviously that will give us a name, so there's nothing secret to that. I'm not trying to keep anything from you, but I'm saying it has come back with a name on the original plate. So I just wanted to check that that's the one you put on the logbook. That's all. I'm
glad to see that. Obviously, my documentation went through since you were able to, from my insignia, match it to. So the DVLA have recorded it. Okay. Yeah. My name's Dave. It's not my name. It's been assigned to me. But you can call me Dave.
Do you have a name on your birth certificate? Or?
That's not my birth.
Your mum or dad must have given you a name.
It's not my birth certificate.
Your mum and dad must have named you at some point.
Yeah, it's not my birth certificate though.
Oh right, okay. What did your mum and dad name you then?
It belongs to the Crown, and it's not to be used for identification.
All right. So what did your mother and father call you?
Dave.
And what surname did they give you?
I don't have a surname.
You don't? Right, okay. A date of birth?
I don't know it. I wasn't conscious at the time. Anything else is hearsay.
Some people are dumb. Yeah, really.
So you don't know your date of birth?
No idea.
All right, Dave. Give us a second.
Okay.
Much later.
Hello,
there.
Dave. You're right to call me you Dave?
Yeah, sure.
Is that what you're
That's
known
what I'm
as?
called.
Okay, Dave. Obviously, if you can't provide me any documentation, which you say you can't.
I just did.
No, in terms of what I'm asking for, so your licence, MOT.
I already told you I do not have a licence.
Okay.
I have rescinded it.
So are you not able to produce me an MOT or an insurance certificate?
I cannot produce those things to you at all.
Okay, no problem. And obviously it's shown as not being insured. You're not willing to provide me with any identification.
I don't have
terms
any
of
identification.
Name and address. I cannot issue with the summons. So therefore,
you cannot issue a summons. I'm afraid that's your internal process. I don't have any identification.
Dave, I appreciate. I've read what you've got. However, I have to go by what.
Indeed.
Okay.
What is it again? What is it?
Obviously, I don't want to have to end up arresting you for not providing details, but we're going down that route under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. I don't have to do that.
Under section 24
Of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act.
Okay. Of PACE. So unfortunate I don't have my copy of PACE with me this time, because under PACE you're required to have the basis of a criminal investigation in order to stop me, which is
good.
A criminal investigation.
The offence is the road traffic offence.
Is that a criminal investigation?
Well, no, because it's anything's arrestable, isn't it?
Criminal investigation.
No, and for obviously the report for the issue of a summons, which I can't do because you won't provide me any detail.
I'm afraid, criminal investigation. That's your basis. And before we carry on, I've just got to tell you that my fee schedule is active since this guy has blocked me in.
I didn't know, Dave Gagan.
My fee schedule,
yeah,
which is detailed in the papers you were served with, is now active since I've been impeded. Okay. You basically need details of criminal investigation. So what is the nature of your criminal investigation?
It's in relation to the traffic offences.
Which is not a criminal investigation.
No, but it's obviously for reporting an issue of a summons, civil, which I can't do, can I? Because you're not providing me with a name or address.
I've given you details, which are in.
Dave, we go around in circles.
I have given you details.
Yeah, that's fine. You've given me a piece of paper. I don't know who you are. I don't know your address.
I do not have any identification.
Okay.
I never carry identification.
And just to clarify, you don't have an MOT, you don't have a licence, and you don't have insurance. Is that correct?
I have. I cannot provide you with those documents.
And why is that, please?
I have already explained to you.
Okay, so just clarifying. Why can't you provide me with insurance?
I've rescinded my driving licence.
Yeah, I know the driving licence.
I have deregistered this automobile. I'm travelling, exercising my right to travel upon the road in any manner I see fit.
You big dummy!
Okay. All right, Dave, I'm not trying to be awkward with you. Please understand.
I know, I understand.
I'm only trying to do my job, all right? I appreciate you've got your side of things, but obviously I've got mine.
Right, you have. So you have all the addresses you need.
You haven't given me one.
You have all the addresses. I cannot provide you one. You have all the addresses. You have all the addresses you need in my documentation. You have also.
Is there an address on your documents?
I've given you documentation. You can.
Dave,
if you've read through it.
Obviously, it's your, as you said, it's your documentation. Do you have an address in there? I will look through it if there is one.
I have. You have my documentation. You've read through it. I'll take it. You would see addresses in there.
Yeah. Obviously, there's pages.
Yeah.
So I can't read it at the side of the motorway.
Okay, I thought you got in the car.
No,
and read
I've gone through some of it. Don't get me wrong, I have read over some of it.
Okay.
And we've gone through the acts and whatnot because that's why we've checked them without obviously our control.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking. Do you have an address?
I don't have addresses. I have care of addresses. And as I said,
do you not have somewhere where you live?
In my documentation.
That's in the bit you give me.
It's in my documentation.
I'll look through it. All right.
They're desperately trying to get joinder. Definitely trying to get joinder here.
What you talking about, Willis?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm Paul. How are you?
I'm fine. Hello,
Good.
Paul.
This is a bit rude, isn't it?
I'm sorry. Don't get into my private property.
Okay.
It would be called classed as trespassing.
Okay. Can you provide me with your driving licence?
As I've explained to the other officer, I've rescinded my driving licence.
So you're driving on a road with no driving licence?
I've rescinded my driving licence. I'm not driving. I'm exercising my right to travel as documented in the Queen's Bible.
It is. Okay. Do you have any insurance in place on this vehicle?
I have. I've already said I've deregistered the car. I've actually informed everybody, including the DVLA, the Ministry of Transport, the Attorney General, the Chief Police Officer of the Association of Chief Police Officers. Right? They have all received a notification of what I'm doing.
So you've got no insurance?
I do not claim to have any documentation with me. I get the feeling they're going to try the strong arm thing.
Hello, sir.
I'm sorry, could I have your identification, please? No, excuse me. I need your identification.
671.
Sorry, I need your identification, please.
671.
I need to see some identification, please.
Hey?
I need to see some identification.
Okay. as well as doing false uniforms, you can also do false ID cards, but
Indeed.
there's my identification.
Your name is Steve Morris?
Morris, M-O-R-R-I-S, 1671. And there's my other one for Bedfordshire as well, because I can do it in 2 forces.
Okay.
Okay, then, sir. Listen to what the officers have just said there. We're going to deal with you. The problem is because of what's been going on, you're going to have to be arrested and put before the court. Obviously, it's your day in court to sort out all your bits and bobs that you're saying about the Magna Carta. The Crown Prosecutor, listen to me, sir, and at least give me
Indeed, sir.
the right to say something to you. You've had your say, we're having our say now. You're saying, we will be taking you before the court. The Crown Prosecution Service has said they are not interested in what you're saying there. It is, if it goes to court, it will be sorted out and the whole world will know about it. So can I ask you to step out of the vehicle so we can take you and put you before the court and they can make that decision. If you do not step out of the vehicle, we will have to enter the vehicle by force if required, and it will mean damaging your property. I don't want to damage the car, it's a lovely car. And they're saying, so will you get out of the vehicle now, sir, so you can be taken and put before the court?
I'm happy to get out of the vehicle.
Okay then, sir.
But I don't work for free. It's going to cost you...
So you'll have to say that again.
I don't work for free.
Okay, there is recourse if you've been arrested falsely for you to actually claim against the police.
You have the right to be arrested.
Well,
Anyway.
I have to let you know that I'll charge £20,000 to get out of this vehicle.
£500,000 on your piece.
Yeah, I know it does, but
Okay, sir,
I'm
that's
charging
fine
you.
because I don't pay the bills.
I'm charging you. Just let you know, I'm charging you £20,000 to step out of this vehicle.
Okay, then, sir. You step out of the vehicle, sir.
One second, though. Let me.
Right. Let me stand up because my legs are going at my age.
Just write you an invoice.
Do you need me to sign it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like to sign that?
Yep. That's right. Oh, it'll come out very well on your paper, sir. Well, never mind.
Thank you. And
should have gone through, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, it's gone through.
There you go.
Thank you. I'll put your pen on your chair, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay, sorry, I don't know your first name.
Dave.
Dave, do you want to jump out, Dave?
Yes, 1 minute.
What are they?
All right.
Yeah. Because you're
Excuse me, sorry.
because you're unable to ascertain your credentials for the issue of a summons for the road traffic offences, I'm going to arrest you under section 24 at place, alright? The time now is 4:27 PM. Obviously cautioned you earlier, but I caution you again, you don't have to say anything that may harm the defence if you're on your own questions, so we say trying to court. Anything you do say may be given evidence, okay? Do you understand that?
I do not understand, nor do I stand under that statement.
No, do you what I'm saying? I didn't say do you agree with it. That's what I'm trying to say.
I do not stand under it.
That's fair enough. But I'm saying, just so you're aware, do you understand what the caution means?
I do not stand under.
No, I don't mean that. Do you understand what I've said, though?
I do not stand up. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I just want to check you understand. That was all. All right. Have you got your bits you need out of the car? Is there anything else you need? You got your phone and things like that?
Yeah. Well, depends on how long I'm going to have to leave that there.
Well, hopefully, I don't want to leave you to. Yeah. Hopefully, well, unfortunately, though, your car will be seized under Section 165 of the Road Traffic Act.
Seized.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I have something. I've got paperwork that I have to do. I'm afraid. There's paperwork in the front seat.
Okay, you open it.
Is that you've been arrested?
Can I get paperwork that you have?
Yeah, we'll get the paperwork.
No. Excuse me.
Right, Dave, what do you need?
In order for you to seize this car, there's paperwork that you've got to follow. There's procedures that you've got to follow, just as I have to follow your...
He's just done that, Dave. He's telling you what the way it's going to happen.
I know, sir.
We're not going to mess around, sir. No,
please,
I
I'm not
understand
messing
your
around.
point that you're trying to sort out.
Please.
But we are not messing around here now. These officers are going to deal with you. And the thing is, the vehicle has been seized.
I need a signature.
You'll get one
on my documentation.
On our documentation, you get a copy of it.
No, sir. I've got documentation that needs to be signed.
No.
Can I get my documentation?
So you've been arrested.
You've been arrested into the car.
Can I get my phone as well and documentation?
Give us the keys.
No.
I paid £20,000 for this. Give us
Sir,
a key.
sir, you paid £20,000 for me to stand here.
Yeah, give us a key.
Sir, please.
You can't fix stupid.
And thanks for joining Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring the bell for notifications so the next time we premiere a video you can be in the live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section, tell me what you think. And a very special thank you to our channel members King 9, Robert Morley, Tani A, and D, Bandon, Chris Kelling, Blessed with a Perfect Life, Led Zeppelin World Girl 73, Wonder Woman Goddess of Truth, and Pedro Whack-A-Mole. If you'd like to become a member, just hit that join button right next to subscribe. And to you, wanìshi, thank you. I will see you soon.